Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive into the incredible story of India. I'm Taylor. And I'm Sam. And today we're journeying to a really foundational place, a site that isn't just a fort, but quite literally, well, where an empire began and where modern Chennai first drew breath, Fort St. George. Yeah, we're going to navigate sort of this rich tapestry woven from history, daring trade, intense conflict, and the remarkable genesis of one of India's most vibrant cities.
That's right. Our mission for this deep dive is really to pull back the layers of Fort St. George's compelling narrative. We'll trace its journey from, humble sandy beginnings on the Coromandel coast to its pivotal role in shaping not just a sprawling empire, but also a bustling metropolis. And along the way, we'll uncover precisely why this incredible site remains such a living, breathing piece of history today.
So if you've ever wondered how a small trading post could blossom into one of India's most important cities, or maybe what untold secrets these ancient walls still whisper, then get ready for an insightful exploration.
Okay, let's maybe set the scene. Rewind to the early 17th century. Imagine the young East India Company. Ambitious, yes, but still kind of finding its feet, casting its gaze across the vast Indian subcontinent.
They had a few footholds on the western coast, right? But the focus was shifting east.
Exactly. Their strategic focus was firmly fixed eastward. They were desperately seeking a secure trading post, a safe harbor on India's eastern shores.
And why the Coromandel Coast specifically? What was the big draw?
Well, when you delve into their motivations, it becomes immediately clear why it was such an irresistible magnet. It offered two absolutely crucial advantages for the company.
Okay.
Firstly, unparalleled access to fine cotton textiles. We're talking muslins, calicos, chintz. These were already creating a sensation back in Europe.
Right, the demand was huge.
Huge. And secondly, it boasted a natural harbor, something that could accommodate their growing fleet of merchant ships.
So a strategic gold mine, basically.
In essence, yes, waiting to be exploited. So after a series of careful negotiations with the local Nayak ruler of Chandragiri.
He was like a regional chieftain under the Vijayanagara Empire.
Pretty much, yeah. A powerful figure with considerable autonomy. The English managed to secure a small, unassuming strip of land right by the sea.
Just a strip of sand, really.
That's where it started, and on that very sandy stretch in 1644, the ambitious construction began.
Stone by laborious stone, building these formidable walls.
Exactly, and these weren't just any walls. They were designed to be incredibly sturdy.
A bulwark against rivals.
Rivals, yes, but also against the sea itself. The unpredictable Bay of Bengal.
So it gets built, and then it gets its name.
Precisely. It was formally christened Fort St. George, a direct nod to England's patron saint. Yet, what's equally significant, perhaps more telling, is its local identity. To the Indian populace, it quickly became known simply as the White Town.
White Town.
And this designation stood in stark contrast to what rapidly emerged just outside its fortifications.
The Black Town.
The vibrant, sprawling Black Town. This area became a bustling, organic hub. Indian weavers, local traders, skilled artisans, they thrived there. It formed the economic backbone.
And they were making those textiles.
The very ones, meticulously produced.
Yeah.
The delicate muslins, vibrant calicos, intricately patterned chintz, they exploded into an absolute craze in London, Paris, shaping global fashion trends for decades.
Wow. So this spatial division, White Town, Black Town, that started early.
Very early, almost instinctual. It wasn't just physical separation. It subtly laid the groundwork for future colonial urban planning and hinted at the emerging social hierarchies that would define British India.
It's truly remarkable, isn't it? How quickly it shifted from basically a fortified warehouse, a secure place to store goods.
Right, just a place to consolidate goods for shipment.
To becoming the very nucleus of a future city. It wasn't just about commerce for long.
No, and this transition subtly mirrored the East India Company's own evolving ambitions, shifting from simple trade, something more complex, territorial, ultimately a governing power.
So let's paint a picture. If you step back into 17th century Madras Patnam, just outside the fort, what's the vibe?
Oh, the air would have been absolutely alive. Sound, sensation, you'd hear the rhythmic, almost hypnotic clatter of hundreds of weavers at their looms.
Constant noise.
Constant, a counterpoint to the vibrant calls of hawkers peddling their wares.
And the smells.
Intoxicating aromas, rich spices, pungent pepper, fragrant cardamom, exotic nutmeg mingling with the salty tang of the sea. The markets themselves were a symphony of languages.
Tamil, Telugu.
Persian, Portuguese, and of course the burgeoning English.
Must have been overwhelming for newcomers.
Absolutely, a truly sensory experience. And while this vibrant chaos unfolded outside, within the starker, more ordered walls of the fort, you'd find the English factors, the company's agents, managers,
Doing the paperwork.
meticulously recording accounts, textile shipments, bales of muslin, calico, chintz being packed with painstaking care,
Destined for Europe.
destined for ships that would carry them across vast oceans. It was more than just commerce. It reshaped global economies, influenced fashion, connected continents, huge leverage from a small outpost.
But as you said, life inside wasn't just business or military.
No, definitely not. It wasn't just a transient camp. It rapidly evolved into a community.
Families lived there?
Families lived there, kids grew up within the ramparts. Vital social and religious institutions started to take root.
Among the warehouses and barracks.
Exactly. And a powerful testament to this is St. Mary's Church,
Consecrated in 1680, right?
1680. It holds the proud distinction of being the oldest Anglican church in India. Its beautifully preserved whitewashed walls are silent witnesses to centuries of life.
Weddings, baptisms.
Funerals, the whole spectrum of human experience. Famously, it was even the site of Robert Clive's marriage. Clive of India.
Wow, his decisions would dramatically alter the subcontinent's destiny later on.
Absolutely. So the church really underscores that life within the fort was multifaceted, a complex blend of ambition, community, faith, daily life, not just trade or defense.
But that relative peace, that burgeoning community, it wouldn't last unchallenged, would it?
No. The 18th century dawned with an increasingly ominous air of geopolitical rivalry.
Things got serious.
Very serious. This period wasn't just about peaceful trade. It became a stage for intense, often bloody, competition, European powers vying for dominance across India.
And Fort St. George, right in the thick of it.
It transformed into an incredibly contested, valuable prize. Its strategic position, its wealth.
So how did these tensions play out? The French were nearby?
Well, the French, firmly established in Pondicherry, just down the coast.
Yeah.
They increasingly saw Fort St. George as a direct threat.
An existential threat.
To their own ambitions, yes. This simmering rivalry inevitably boiled over into the Carnatic Wars.
These weren't just local fights, were they?
No, not at all. They were part of a much larger global struggle between Britain and France, echoing conflicts like the War of the Austrian Succession, the 7 Years' War back in Europe.
Right.
In these protracted conflicts, the fort was more than just a fortress. It became a crucial pawn.
A symbol of imperial power.
Exactly. A symbol both sides desperately sought to claim.
And there's that dramatic moment in 1746.
Ah, yes. The French actually managed to breach its defenses. They captured the fort.
The British lost their jewel of the Coromandel for 3 years.
3 long, humiliating years. Imagine the blow, not just strategic, but to morale.
To their sense of invincibility, maybe?
Definitely. The loss had immediate consequences. They were forced to operate from other, less secure locations. Trade routes disrupted, influence diminished.
A stark reminder of their vulnerability.
Absolutely. But it also spurred a more aggressive, militaristic approach from the British.
So how did they get it back?
Through subsequent treaties, like the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle and later decisive battles. Eventually, it was restored to British control. The Union Jack flew above the ramparts again.
But that period of conflict was pivotal.
Hugely pivotal. Decisions made within those walls under siege in wartime. They profoundly transformed the fort. It moved from being just a trading post to a formidable administrative and military seat.
The first real step towards British India.
Directly marking the first significant step in that long chain of events, it underscored a fundamental shift. Commerce needed power to protect it.
Beyond the big picture stuff, the politics and battles, there's always that other side, isn't there? The whispers, the legends.
Oh, absolutely. Fort St. George, like any place steeped in centuries of history, has its share of intriguing folklore. Locals still whisper tales of restless spirits near the ramparts at night.
Ghosts.
Perhaps soldiers who fell in battle, sailors lost at sea. Some even claim to hear faint, ghostly footsteps in St. Mary's Church.
Lingering governors.
So the stories go. Long gone governors or their families. And then when you visit the Fort Museum today, it's a treasure trove. Whispers from the past.
Like what?
Ancient letters signed by King George, Queen Victoria. Colonial coins that once jingled in pockets. Painstaking maps charting a changing world.
Wow. Each object a doorway to a moment.
Exactly. Each story reflects the enduring human experience of this place, not just the grand narrative.
But maybe the most remarkable legacy isn't just stories or artifacts. The fort literally gave birth to a city. That's incredible.
It truly is a story of urban genesis. What started as Madras Patnam, a humble fishing hamlet.
Which the British just called Madras.
Right. It began to grow, slowly but inexorably, into one of India's great colonial capitals. Streets, bustling markets, entire neighborhoods. They spread out from the fort like ripples in a pond.
The fort acting as a magnet.
A powerful magnet, attracting a diverse influx of merchants and settlers from Armenia, Portugal, Persia, all making it their home, contributing to this vibrant multicultural tapestry.
And institutions followed.
Schools were founded, printing presses started humming, social clubs offered new communities. This organic growth, part colonial design, part local and international enterprise, marked the evolution.
From trading post to thriving urban center.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How often we walk through modern cities without recognizing that initial spark.
And that historical growth connects directly to today's Chennai.
Absolutely. Modern Chennai with its booming IT corridors, vibrant film studios, iconic Marina Beach.
It all started there.
It all owes its very beginnings to those original walls. The fort was the seed from which this metropolis blossomed.
So if you visit today, what's it like? It's not a ruin, is it?
Oh, no, far from it. It's a living time capsule. Step inside and the Fort Museum greets you. Sepia portraits of governors, faded uniforms.
Weapons from the battles.
Actual weapons, yes. Still formidable. And original treaties that literally reshaped the map of India. St. Mary's Church, still standing.
Serene and elegant as ever. Its doors open, inviting quiet reflection.
And the weathered ramparts still stand guard over the Bay of Bengal, just as they have for nearly 400 years.
And it's still functional, which is amazing.
That's what's striking. The Secretariat, the state government offices for Tamil Nadu are right inside the fort.
So it's not just a relic.
Not at all. It's a living, breathing institution, actively part of modern India's governance.
You can almost feel the history walking around.
Indeed. If you close your eyes for a moment, you can almost hear the echoes. Traders negotiating, cannons thundering, church bells ringing, weavers humming outside. You can imagine the birth of a city unfolding right beneath your feet.
So definitely worthwhile for a visit.
Unequivocally. It's not just about colonial history, though that's there. It's about connecting with Chennai's origins, the intertwining of cultures, and standing on that very first significant English footprint on Indian soil.
What does it offer the traveler then?
Well, a museum rich in stories and artifacts. The oldest Anglican church in India, which is quite something, the palpable thrill of standing where empires were forged, and above all, experiencing Chennai's genesis point.
Peeling back layers of time.
Exactly. Encountering ambition, rivalry, resilience, human enterprise, all in one place. And considering how much a single fortified trading post built on a sandy beach shaped the destiny of an entire subcontinent, it really makes you wonder about the unforeseen, enormous ripple effects of seemingly small decisions in history, doesn't it?
Stepping inside Fort St. George truly is an immersion in history, isn't it? It's a place where history isn't locked away behind glass, but lives, breathes, and sort of beckons you to explore.
Yeah, it really does.
If you decide to travel to Fort St. George or elsewhere in India, we do have a recommendation. Five Senses Tours organizes tours across India, which are immersive cultural experiences.
You can email contact@fivesensestours.com.
That's the numeral 5 in contact@fivesensestours.com.
Or WhatsApp them at +919 845 67446.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you've enjoyed uncovering the story of Fort St. George as much as we have.
Until next time, keep exploring.